What's going on, guys? Antonio here. Do me a favor, hit that thumbs up for me, and let's get into it. All right, so this is breaking news, and if I do my job correctly, I just saw this. This just came out on the Hollywood Reporter about 15 minutes ago. So I'm gonna cut this video and load it up. So when I put this video up, it should be less than an hour after the news is broke. But here's the news. True Detective writer and creator Nic Pizzolatto has been brought in to polish up the Blade script, the Mahershala Ali Blade MCU movie that is coming. They had a little, if you saw Eternals, you saw the end of the movie with the Black Knight, who's played by Kit Harington. And he was wanting the sword, and he opened up the he opened up the case, and you heard you never saw Blade in the movie, but it was Mahershala Ali's voice when Kit Harington opened up the thing. He was about to grab the sword, and you heard Blade's voice. That was supposed, it was an end credit scene, and they were setting up Blade. There was also rumors that he was going to be the Werewolf by Night Disney Plus special that came out a couple months ago. They were at first they were saying that they might tease Blade in that or something like that. But if you saw it, he wasn't in it, obviously. But there were rumors that he was going to be in that. But they were trying to set up Blade. There's been some production delays and all this kind of stuff, and the script just wasn't right. And they stopped a couple months ago. They said that production on the movie had stopped and all this kind of stuff. So something is wrong or was wrong with the way they were trying to do Blade. It wasn't right. And now we know a couple months ago, like I said, when they shut down production, apparently they about to ramp it back up again because Nic Pizzolatto is being brought in to polish the script up and get everything back on the right track. I'm excited about this. I like the first season of True Detective is some of the best television ever. Now, if you see season 2, the first season was Matthew McConaughey and Woody Harrelson. That season got nominated for all kind of Emmys and Golden Globes. I know Matthew McConaughey won an Emmy for season 1 of True Detective. They did the second season. I think he got nominated as well. But the second season I thought was a little uneven. What was it? Vince Vaughn and Colin Farrell. And they had that weird story. Like Colin Farrell had this kid, and he was a fat redheaded kid that didn't look anything like him. And his character he loved his son, but he was like, I don't think this is my son. And that was one of the storylines running through the second season of True Detective. And he was like, it's my kid, but I don't know if it's my kid. And, it did the blood test, and everything happened, and did the blood test, and you find out whether the kid is really his and everything. There were good moments in season 2. I didn't think it was as strong. The third season, of course, had Mahershala Ali in it, and it was back. A lot of people liked the third season. They thought it got everything back on track, and it was a lot of the stuff that was wrong with the second season. It seemed like they just focused. The story was a lot more focused. Mahershala Ali, of course, has 2 Oscars, brilliant actor. The third season was really, really strong. And now they have remember, we just had CinemaCon. I did a video the other day, which you guys have been blowing that video up. That surprised me. But CinemaCon's out. They dropped the trailer for season 4 of True Detective, and Jodie Foster is the lead in season 4. So I'm definitely looking forward to checking out season 4 of True Detective. But Nic Pizzolatto, the MCU has brought him in to fix Blade. I am really curious how this is going, because, like I said, he can write. Nic Pizzolatto has written a few other things. He wrote a couple years ago. There was that Deadwood movie. I always loved Deadwood. I thought it was a really great show, and they did the Deadwood movie. And Nic Pizzolatto, the script. He didn't write the main script, but I guess he's kind of what they call a script doctor, because there's already a Blade script. And And a lot of times someone will write a screenplay and it'll be okay, but they need a so-called script doctor to come in and maybe punch up certain scenes and stuff like that. If you watch, since we mentioned the script doctor, Crimson Tide, directed by Tony Scott, James Gandolfini, obviously Denzel Washington, Gene Hackman. That's one of my favorite movies. It was one of the first times that, it might have been the first time that Denzel Washington worked with Tony Scott. But Crimson Tide is an incredible movie. Quentin Tarantino was brought in. You look on IMDb, he was on. He didn't write the main Crimson Tide script, but Quentin Tarantino was brought in. They saw it, and it was like there was stuff wrong with it and needed to punch it up, and so they brought Quentin Tarantino in, and he wrote. He polished up a couple scenes and added a little stuff. So he didn't write the full screenplay, but he came in and punched up stuff that wasn't working. And a lot of times that's what Nic Pizzolatto, a lot of writers in Hollywood do this, because he, like I said, he came in and polished up the Deadwood movie script. He didn't get a full credit on it. There's some stuff on IMDb that people are finding out now that he was one of the ones that came in. And sometimes you'll see a movie screenplay and it'll have 4 or 5 different writers. And that's what that is. A lot of times the main person will come up with the main plot and the story, but they'll have little scenes in there that don't quite work, and they'll bring someone else in that's good at like tightening up the script. And Nic Pizzolatto is really good at that. He also wrote The Magnificent Seven with Denzel Washington and Chris Pratt and Ethan Hawke. I thought Magnificent Seven movie, and I love Denzel Washington. I thought Magnificent Seven was just and I mean Antoine Fuqua directed Training Day and the Equalizer movies and stuff. He directed Denzel in that. I just thought it was okay. I thought it was going to be better. The trailer made me really excited to see it. And then I saw it and it was just okay. But Nic Pizzolatto wrote it. But then, like I said, Matthew McConaughey and Woody Harrelson and True Detective. Like I said, that first season, everybody was like, wow, this is one of the best shows. And then they did season 2. But if you checked out a True Detective in season 2, go back and watch season 3. I thought season 3 was pretty well written, and I am curious to see how they're going to do True Detective season 4. But the fact that Nic Pizzolatto is being brought in to work on the Mahershala Ali Blade MCU movie, that excites me. I do enjoy his work, and I think he writes really good dialogue. So hopefully he can save it, because like I said, it's had some production issues. And but now that he's brought in, I suspect it's going to be back on track. Are you excited for this? Like I said, this is breaking news. This just came out like about 20 minutes ago. So I'm about to try to get this video cut and uploaded. And I would love to hear what you guys think. I'm out. Thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe. And please check out my podcast at anchor.fm/Ikari Press, or just type in Ikari Press on your favorite streaming platform today.